goddamn teammate got me killed with his fucking grenade ass, shit ass nigga. Somebody take that fucking jammer out. I got fucking eyes for days. You little cunt. Goddamn fucking. That ain't helping me. That sucks fucking faggot. Fucking Olympia fucked me up.
There you are, my little friend. So first thing we're going to be talking about straight away, guys, off the bat, and that is going to be actual vehicles being in Call of Duty World War II. I personally don't think it can happen. I could think of actually anything worse. I think that personally for me, vehicles and things quite suit the way that Battlefield 1 works, but not really into Call of Duty whatsoever. I think that the best thing would be that if there was some form of tanks or something like that maybe being put actually into the game, what would be a great idea is that they could have it as actual score streaks, so to speak. Like, as one of the things that maybe you call in, maybe some tanks come to the edge of the actual map and start shooting in mortars to start destroying enemies and stuff like that. I think that would be a better way to go than rather being actually able to sit inside an actual tank in itself. There you go, my friend. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't have any of these helicopters that obviously we got in Black Ops 1 at this present moment in time. So if we're going to have vehicles put into this particular game, then for me personally, it's going to ruin it. Now, the biggest thing that scares me, obviously during Call of Duty World War, get my words out, it actually was in there. But in, obviously, Black Ops 3, when they put in those, what can we call them? What are they, mechs or whatever they were, but it was one of the worst. They made the map a lot bigger, it slowed the game right the way down, and it just ruined it for me straight away. So I'd definitely be leaving all types of vehicles out. Obviously it'd be nice if we had the chopper gunner that we just seen then. You know, if you could control particular score streaks, but obviously because it's set in World War II, the only thing that you're really going to be able to control to a certain degree is maybe a bombing run or maybe some of the Spitfires and stuff like that, because it is pretty basic that the way that actually worked during World War II. We didn't have any fancy helicopters or anything else like that. So I'm hoping that we don't see any ground vehicles whatsoever unless they actually are AI controlled. Obviously, like tanks and stuff like that, they come to the edge of the map, like I was saying before, because when we look at World War II, there was absolutely nothing in regards to like sentry guns, you know, like a Cerberus from Black Ops 3, that kind of thing, or the AGR from Black Ops 2. There was none of that kind of thing during World War II. So for me personally, I'd find different ways of using score streaks rather than concentrating on like people being sat in tanks and stuff like that. It would just be too much, one, copying Battlefield 1, and two, I find that it would just slow the game down too much, just far too much overall. The next thing we're going to be talking about is got to be that little clip in regards to the movement system. Now, personally for me, I want to see some little bit of form of movement system. Now, this is all good fun, like in this particular game, obviously, as we know, but there's not really anything in regards to like some really like extraordinary like movement systems, some proper sliding or anything else like that. We're pretty much rigid, and for me, I much prefer to have some form of movement system, just because it gets a little bit static the way that you're actually sat still. See, there we do have the dolphin dive. Now, we've got that in this game, okay, I'll grant people that. Obviously, COD 4 was probably the most, you know, static or stuck in the mud game that we possibly had. That's where it all started, and because we're going back to the past, that's one thing I don't want to do is, you know, go back to its roots, so to speak, in regards of, like, basically just having just really, really static movements. So after watching that particular clip, I can pretty much say that I really do think that there was some sort of sliding involved in that, and it'd be nice that if we can actually slide to the left and to the right, you know, forwards and backwards sort of thing like that, because even though we don't want the exosuits, we do definitely want to have like some form of movement actually implemented into the game. Obviously we had like with Call of Duty Ghosts where you can actually slide as well, and also we definitely want to be able to mantle with the weapon up as well. So guys, let me know in the comment section below exactly what you're thinking about this, guys, whether or not you'd actually like to see tanks actually added into the multiplayer side of it, where you just be able to jump into them willy-nilly, you know, kind of like a Battlefield kind of scenario, or whether or not you should think that they should just definitely be left to the campaign. Personally, for me, like I say, I much rather see him out of the multiplayer side of it altogether. And then also on the other topic was the movement system. Like I say, I'd like to see some form of movement system, some sliding, some mantling whilst you can keep your weapon up. All those are just basic kind of things. Obviously in World War II, even back then, all those soldiers would have been able to do those kind of things anyway, so I do think that that kind of thing should be put into the game as well. But let me know, guys, exactly what you're thinking on that particular topic as well. So anyway, guys, this is going to be me now checking out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop me a thumbs up. It'd be absolutely amazing. Also, guys, I stream about 6 times a week, so if you want to join me in any topics whatsoever whilst we're streaming, be very, very good to be seeing you on board. So anyway, guys, this is going to be nearly last checking out now, and I'll catch you later.